After spending a year in Sri Lanka, I've discovered the vibrant flavours of its cuisine and its deep connection to the land, history and community. Each dish tells a story, and living amongst locals, attending traditional festivals and sharing meals with families has enriched my appreciation of the culinary art. This immense experience has allowed me not just to learn about the food itself, but about the cultural significance behind each meal. I hope my experience can be passed on to you. Please enjoy. Sri Lanka, a hidden gem of the Indian Ocean. With its stunning landscapes, rich cultural heritage and warm hospitality, the island offers a unique blend of experience for everyone. The island's cuisine is a feast of the senses, featuring a fusion of flavors and spices. Bustling markets or dining with locals, the food experience is an essential part of the Sri Lankan charm, making it a complete, utter bucket list destination that promises unforgettable memories. Today, we're going to be making deviled chicken. I just want to show you some regular or common spices for Sri Lankan cooking. So let's take a look at the top there. We've got some crushed chilli, turmeric, chili powder, gorica. Now, gorica is a dried fruit, a little bit like tamarind. That's used as a souring kind of agent. Good for chicken and meat, and especially for fish. Goes in lots of curries. Cloves, mustard seeds, fenugreek or methi seeds, cinnamon. Of course, cinnamon in Sri Lanka is grown here. It's absolutely wonderful. Rampa or pandan leaves, curry leaves, and then curry powders. Very common. You get a light and a roasted. The roasted kind of goes in a little bit near the end usually. It's got a lovely, wonderful, just roasted flavour to it. And the common one there is the kind of base. But yeah, these are kind of, not all the spices used in Sri Lanka, but very, very common. The most kind of common ones, I would say. Okay. So I'm going to be starting my dish off with chicken breast. You can use a different part of chicken if you want. You can use thigh, you can even have the bone in, but you'll have to cook it a bit longer. This method cooks really quickly. So we're gonna just kind of cube it up into little pieces, kind of bite-sized pieces. Then we're gonna season it. I'm gonna be seasoning it with a tablespoon of flour. You can use corn flour or cornstarch, which is the same thing, or just a regular wheat flour. Then we're just gonna add a few, spices to it. A teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of turmeric, chili powder. I'm going to be adding 2 of those, and then some chili flakes, a couple of them in there as well. Just give that a mix, and then we can get over to the cooker, and we're just going to fry this off first in some nice hot oil. You can use any oil for this part of the dish. What we're going to do is get it nice and hot. We're going to drop the parts in, and because it's chicken breast, it's only going to take about 5 minutes or so. I've got to batch cook these. I don't want to crowd the pan because they stick together. But yeah, nice kind of golden brown. And then what we're going to do is set them aside. Then we can take a look at some of the other ingredients we're going to be using today. So we're going to go with a cup of onion and cut it kind of, as you can see how I'm doing it here, and kind of quite chunky, Also, we're going to go for some tomato, a cup of tomato again, chunky cut, and then some bell peppers. Now I'm using 3 different types of color for bell peppers, but normally it would just be green peppers, but I like the red and the yellow in there. Some sliced garlic and some fresh chili. I'm using 3 or 4 chilies, but you know, you can reduce that down if you want, but it is deviled, so we do want a nice little kick. So we've got some coconut oil happening there, about 2 to 3 tablespoons, and we're going to start off by dropping in about a tablespoon of our garlic, and we're just going to throw that around in a hot oil for like 60 seconds. Next up goes the chunky cut onion. Couple of minutes there, then we're going to add a little bit of salt, not too much, we're going to be adding soy later, and some black pepper. The fresh chili to taste. This all comes together quite quickly actually, so we're on a high heat here. That's looking absolutely beautiful. Next up, in go the chunky cut bell peppers. Little bit extra of chili flake. You can adjust that, you know what I mean, eyeball it, you know, and kind of get it how you want. And a little bit more chili powder for me. Then we're gonna drop in the chicken that we cooked just a moment ago. We're gonna give that a little mix around. We're gonna spin that around in the pan for like 2 to 3 minutes. We're gonna add the fresh tomato. Again, it's all chunky cut, as you can see. And then soy sauce. I'm using a light soy, maybe 2 tablespoons. Like a tablespoon of tomato ketchup. And I'm gonna add like a teaspoon only of vinegar. You don't have to put the vinegar. I just like it in there. That's a coconut vinegar, by the way. Everything's coconut, isn't it? So once again, we're gonna spin this around 3 to 4 minutes on a high heat. This is done. It's absolutely beautiful. And there you have it, a really delicious, deviled, spicy chicken. Yummy.